What's up? Okay. Hi. How are ya? Everybody doing good? Tomorrow's hair day, y'all. I can't wait. We're gonna, I don't know, move the extensions and fix the grow outs and all of that. I don't know. I'm excited. I have gray hairs. My hair's been so platinum for so long, and I got it done so often that I really wasn't sure if I figured I had gray hairs. They don't bother me. But look at that. Like, I got, like, some silver in there. I'm like, oh, check it out. You just like fine wine. Anyway, let's talk about the conceal. Let's troubleshoot. Let's look at the swatches. Let's do all these things. I haven't had a whole lot of people saying, I'm having trouble, but I've had a few. And so we're just going to nip this in the bud. The way that I prep my skin. So skin prep is important, especially under eyes, especially any kind of concealer you're putting there is going to make or break how the product wears. I don't care if it's my conceal. I don't care if it's something you got at Sephora. I don't care if it's Piper Blue, Saint. The under eyes are a touchy area. You do not want to use a heavy eye cream for daytime wear. That's for nighttime. We moisturize, we slug, we moisture overload at night. Daytime, you're going to want something that is water-based moisture for these under eyes. For me, that looks like our Youth Eye Wand, and I have not put mine on yet. So I put my eye wand on, I wash my face, I use my toner, I let my toner dry, then I do my neck and chest with the Youth Face Wand, and then I do my under eyes and sort of up onto my brow bone and out where my crow's feet are with my Youth Eye Wand. This is water-based, it helps tighten, it helps brighten, and it's not too heavy. So I think what I've noticed, because I've played around with the conceal, is if you're using like a heavy eye cream, the conceal is gonna get cakey. It's gonna grab onto that excess moisture. It's gonna get a little cakey. I also noticed when I tried to pair it over my Piper Blue. So I still need to show you guys this stuff. Piper Blue just released, I think, four or five new shades, and they're color correcting shades. They're peach based color correcting shades for darkness, under eyes, things like that. And they're great. I need to show them to you. I've just been so wrapped up in the conceal that I haven't. But I was like, ooh, well, what if and this was before I got like my medium color in, right? I was like, what if I use my color corrector from Piper Blue, color correct the darkness, and then go over it with my conceal and brighten, brighten. Seemed like a great idea. It did not go good. It didn't go good at all. There was too much moisture in the Piper Blue cream that conceal just caked right up. And so I think that might be the problem that a lot of you are having. Then there's the flip side. If you have super dry under eyes, any kind of concealer you put, especially like the light brightening one, is gonna latch onto that dry skin and it's gonna make it look textured and crackly and cakey and awful. So you need to be using something under your eyes that's not makeup, but like a skincare that is water based, okay? We want moisture, but we want water-based moisture. Okay, that's all in my skin. So this is, let's see. Let's swatch first before I put anything else on my face. So I've got all three conceals here. I'm going to do them on my cheek just so you guys can see. I'm going to go dark, light, medium. So here's the dark. I'm going to use my brush. Also, technique for like applying, some people really like to use their fingers. I have found that using my fingers on my under eyes with this does not work for me. I really like this brush. It is the Bdellium 969 phase 2, phase 3 brush. I will tag them. Literally just go to the tag. If you go to their website and click new tools, this is the first thing you're going to see. It's like 35 bucks. It is an awesome, awesome brush. All right, so let me show you what the dark looks like. Just a little bit on my brush. That's dark, okay? And this is not filtered. I don't have a lighting filter or anything on this right now. So there's the dark. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can see. I'm sitting in window light. I'm gonna do the medium. This is almost spot on for my skin tone. The medium is. Let me wipe that dark off just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Medium. Once again, not much on the brush. Okay. And then we have the light, which I love to brighten with. It's like perfect for brightening. Just so you guys can see like a real-time color comparison. Okay, here's the light. The light is very bright. So dark, medium, light on my skin tone. Right now I'm about to put on, but what I'm using right now as far as my BB cream goes is the shade 3, but I am headed into 2 land. I usually wear 2 in the winter and 3 in the summer when I have a little bit of a tan. I still have just the littlest bit of a tan left, and so I'm wearing shade 3. That is a very wet washcloth. To not wring it out. Shame on me. Okay, so I'm gonna put on my BB cream. This is how I do it, okay? So got my under eyes taken care of. Now I'm gonna use my BB cream, and I'm gonna put it all over the place. And I usually use about that much, okay? Put it on my 2 fingers. I rub my fingers together like this. And then I tap it sort of around my face like that. And then I rub it in. Now this is, I know I didn't put a moisturizer on. There is a built-in moisturizer in this, and I'm oily. So when I'm in a hurry, or even if I just don't feel like it, sometimes I'll just totally skip my moisturizer completely, like my separate Pomifera Moisture, the Nourish. I will completely skip it and just go right to the BB cream unless I'm feeling excessively dry, okay? Because I'm oily, so that's what works for me. I do put it under my eyes, but not heavily. It's just like what's left on my fingers is what gets sort of patted in under my eyes. I rub it in, pat my face, make sure it's nice and blended. You can see that already gave me like a little bit of coverage. It's a BB cream. It's great. This is like, I could leave the house right now and feel fine, okay? Granted, the eyelashes do some of the heavy lifting. All right, so that's me. Now, I did a video. I'm showing you guys what I do. I'm not going to put the medium conceal on. I don't like the medium conceal under my eyes. I like it to spot treat around my face. So I'm going to do the light under my eyes and then the medium on my face to show you guys how that works. If you have darker skin than I do or darker blues than I do, you might want to get the medium. You might have breakthrough color with the light. I think if you have medium, like fair to medium skin tone, you should get both. I think it gives you a lot of versatility. It gives you the ability to camouflage and brighten. I think most skin tones are going to need or going to want to have access to both of these shades. If you can only do one, do the one that's closest to your skin tone because you're going to get the most versatility out of that, okay? Now, here's what's important, kids. Loading your brush. I think a lot of you also with like application, like it's like, oh, I've got dark circles. I really want to cover these. And so you get that brush in there and like you saw how much I put here, right? Don't do that. This is buildable. And once again, we're dealing with delicate under eyes. So if you go in with just this giant swipe of makeup and then start trying to blend it, it's immediately going to be too much. You're using too much product. It's just like when you use your serums and they booger up on your face and you try to rub them in. You're getting carried away. You're using too much. Slow it down. Let's use a little bit, okay? So the way that I do it is take my brush and I put it in the pot. And I get a little bit on that brush. There's not a lot there. Then I tap off some of it. So there's even less. Then I come in to my under eye. I'm going to zoom in more if I can. Okay? And I go directly to the dark area. So instead of just going all over, I'm going to go right here first because that's where I am darkest. And I'm going to pat that on. Do you see how little I just applied? Okay? And then I'm going to sort of blend it. I'm going to go over that area and I'm going to go below it and I'm going to go above it. And then I will use sort of a sweeping motion. Now try it. If you don't have a brush or you don't like brushes, try it with your fingers. Some of my friends prefer to use this. This is designed to be used with a brush. That's why I jumped right in with a brush. I've tried it both ways. I prefer the brush, but I've got several friends who prefer using their fingers with it. Okay, so you can see, just comparing right now, the coverage. that just that little tiny bit gave me. I sort of go around, pat it out. Now I've still got my darkness here. And I still have just the tiniest bit of breakthrough there, okay? Once again, this is makeup. We're wanting a natural look. There are going to be some little things that show through. That's okay. Once again, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Skin is supposed to look like skin. It's not going to be flawless. It's just going to look good and bright and youthful. All right, so then we come in here. Once again, I'm going right to that dark spot before I go anywhere else. And then I sort of blend it out. Okay? Just like that. There we go. You can see the difference when I look down. Now, here's a trick. You can look down. You can still see I've got a little bit here. Now, this is partly shadowing and partly texture. I've got a little bit of puff right here. Makeup isn't going to fix texture, okay? If you have heavy, baggy, saggy, puffy skin under your eyes, that's not a color issue. That's a texture issue. So you are wanting to get something like this. You are wanting to maybe look into getting laser done. Or my favorite thing for eyes, for your whole face, I'm going to get it done again this fall, is the Silfirm RF microneedling. It's radio frequency microneedling, and it's one of the only ones that's safe, like around your eyes and actually on your eyelids. And they numb your face topically, and then they do all these little tiny, it's like an 8 or 12 needle stamp, and it's like zinc, 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 and it tightens your skin beautifully, okay? So don't get confused with like what makeup can do and what skincare can do, because sometimes they are not one and the same. There's a difference between darkness and hollows and puffiness and bags. They are not the same thing. They require different attention. All right, got a little bit more on my brush. I'm going to come right here where I've got just that little bit of breakthrough darkness. And sometimes it can be shadowing from that bag. And if it's not too bad, you can you see how I just camouflaged mine, but it's not bad. It's not a super heavy bag. It's just that little bit. And that you can camouflage, because what you do is you brighten that dark area where the overhang is, and then it reflects the light, okay? But once again, skincare and makeup are not the same thing. So here we go. This is in real time, not filtered, window light. That is how I apply. You can see the difference. You can see my darkness. That accentuates that little bit of puffiness there, but I'm not too terribly puffy. Like when I let the light hit it, but there's just a little bit. So then we go back in with a light hand, y'all. Light hand. Let's get the littlest bit of this powder on here. Tap some off. Go right where I'm darkest. Okay, we're going there first. Tap it in. And like even just right there, look at the difference that made. And then we're gonna blend it out. And blending, I'm sort of patting initially. And then as I go out, I'll kind of sweep gently. But patting first, okay? I'm gonna go in and do that inner corner. That's why I like this brush, because you got this side, but then you can also use the back side. So I can really get in this little edge right there beautifully with this. Put it on the dark area, then we pat, and then we sort of blend it out. Look at the difference that makes. Still looks like skin. I don't have texture there. It wears beautifully. So I feel like so many of us, especially at our, like if you know how to do the Tootsie Roll, if that song comes on and you immediately start, then we're talking to you, okay? our generation was brought up with like the mask makeup. Like you put it on like a mask. You don't want your real skin to show. You don't want anything natural. You want like the heavy foundation, the powder on top, the big concealer triangles, I mean, just a whole lot. And so it's a major headspace shift for us in our mid to late 40s and beyond to get out of that mentality. Like, take care of your skin, first of all. Good skincare. Obviously, I think that's Pomifera. But whatever works for you, okay? Good skincare, primary. That is your foundation. Then you build on top of that with simple makeup. Now, if you want to get snazzy and wear a bold lip or a bold cheek or a bold eye, rock it out, sister. When we're talking foundation, and especially concealer under your eyes, baby steps, little tiny bit, light application, and then build on top of it. If you go in heavy-handed, you're gonna have a heavy look to your makeup. You're not gonna like it. You're gonna be in my DMs telling me that it wears too heavy when you got your brush loaded like you're trying to paint a wall. Instead of putting a little tiny bit, go right to the darkest area first, blend it, then build out from there. You saw how I fanned that? You saw how good it worked, okay? And now I'm going to use the medium again. I'm just going to touch up around my face. So I'm going to go in like on the sides of my nose where those lovely veins are. See? Here. And I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to conceal those. This is with the medium. Just like that. Same thing on the other side. That redness by my nose ring. There we go. See? I have a little bit of redness on the bridge of my nose. Just right up here, like where eyeglasses would sit. Got a few busted capillaries there. And I'm just tapping that in. Now, if I want to get a bigger area, I can use this side of the brush, do a little bit of coverage on my cheeks. You can see where I've got sort of breakthrough. You know what I mean? Like the BB cream helps, but what is that? What is that? Hold on. There we go. The BB cream helps, but it doesn't cover everything. So if you want more coverage, and I'm fine with this, that doesn't bother me, but I'm just showing you, like, but look, once again, there's not a lot of makeup on that brush. And then I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to sort of pat it around. And then look. Then you fan it out. Now, I'm not applying makeup to every area of my face. I've got my BB cream on, which is skincare and a tint. And then I'm just treating the problem areas. When you treat the problem areas and you use a light hand, all of a sudden, the beauty comes to the forefront because you've removed the distraction that is your problem area from the main thing that you see when you look in the mirror. See, look how fast that is. Like, it still looks like skin. It genuinely doesn't look like I have anything on. It doesn't feel like I have anything on, but you guys saw me when I started this video. I had dark circles and discoloration. Now you can't see that, but if you saw me at the store, would you think I had makeup on? Probably not. Probably not. You probably wouldn't. You would probably think, oh my gosh, her skin is so amazing. And you would be right. But I'm also creating an illusion with just the littlest bit of makeup. I'm gonna go here and get just a little added coverage right there between my eyebrows, like mid-forehead. So tap in, and then I sort of fan out. But notice how I'm not smearing this all over my face. I'm not painting it on like these like 20-year-old influencers that we all love to watch because they're gorgeous and they're fun and they have cool shit. I get it. But they also don't have 40-year-old skin, you guys. So they put all this crap on their face, and yeah, it looks amazing when they're done. They're also under professional lighting, and very few of them do an update after 8 hours of wear when they've got cracks in that makeup increasing. And if any of you have ever seen unedited photos of like Jennifer Lopez's makeup from like the Grammys, like in the Vanity Fair, it's like flawless, no pores, no wrinkles, no fine lines. And then you see it in real life, and it looks like she has speckle on her face. And you see the cracks in the foundation and the powder, and you see like the breakthrough oil on the nose. Like, less is more. This will look like this all day long. I might get a little tiny bit of creasing up here, in which case I will just use my ring finger and pat, pat, pat. and I'm good to go. That's it, you guys. That's it. It's so good. And I'm going to show you real quick. So I've got my Piper Blue here. So I just want to show on my hand, like what happens with this, okay? And why it doesn't, like, you can wear it together as far as I easily could have done my under eyes and then spot treated with my Piper Blue. You know what I mean? Easily could have done that. We'll absolutely do that sometimes. I go back and forth. But and I found that my Piper Blue does okay, like, as a blush over the conceal. But the under eyes are a different ball game, you guys, and it just doesn't work great. So I'm going to put some Piper Blue on my hand, and then I'm going to put some of the light conceal over it so that maybe you can see. And so I've got, like, I mean, it's like my old lady skin. So this is going to be as close to my under eyes as I can get without putting it all over my under eyes. So we're going to put the Piper Blue on that crepey hand skin. So fun. Okay. You can see, got it there, right here. It's right there. Okay. Zoom in just a little bit and lower this so it's easier for me. So there we go. There's the Piper Blue. Put a little bit more on, blend it with my finger, and then I'm going to let me lower this. Sorry, you guys. It's hard to do in a mirror or in a phone. So everything's reversed. All right, there. We've got that. You can kind of see it. Piper Blue. It's amazing. Favorite cream foundation. Then I'm going to go over it with the light, and I want you to see how, like, it doesn't love it. And it for sure didn't love it under my eyes. So get a little bit on that brush, tap it off. Now we're going to go right over the Piper Blue. And you can see it just looks kind of heavy. Do you see? It's like, it's not terrible, but it's definitely heavier than going directly to the skin with a nice water-based moisturizer or eye cream, okay? So that's what I was talking about. So that's sort of what my under eyes did. Like, it just looked, it's like it accentuates the fine lines and wrinkles and the texture, whereas here, it doesn't. So for under eyes, I pick one thing, okay? Piper Blue is great for under eyes if you wear it by itself. Conceal, great for under eyes if you wear it by itself as far as makeup is concerned, okay? And then, like I said, don't do a heavy cream. Do not do a heavy cream moisturizer on your under eyes. Do something water-based. Once again, I suggest this. And FYI, if you didn't know, all of the beauty products and all of the youth products, so this is a youth product, see, youth, this is youth and beauty. This is beauty. All of these are double cashback points for the month of October. So that means you get cashback points every time you shop with Palmafera. They expire after 6 weeks, so pay attention to them. But every time you make a purchase, you get cashback points. And this month, you get double if you buy anything youth or beauty related. It can be a set or an individual product. It's all covered. So just so you know, that is also going on. But I hope that helps. Like the troubleshooting with the under eyes, I really hope that helps. And like I said, both colors are great to have. I think that that's the best way to go. This looks awesome on mature skin. I know that you guys are starting to hop off because I acted like I was leaving, but I want to show you this. If you're not part of my newsletter, I'm sending out newsletters today with links and pictures and all of that. But I want you to see this before and after. Hopefully it pulls up nicely, of one of my friends who is on my team. And because I've had a lot of people say, how does this work for mature skin? So this is Miss Celia, and you can see she's got the conceal under that eye, and this eye doesn't have any. So she has mature skin. She also is a Palmafera user. So it does work good on all skin types. It works good on all skin colors. It is a great product. But a lot of, like I know, like mature skin, like you see powder and you're like, oh God, it settles on my creases and wrinkles and it just accentuates everything. This is a powder to cream. So it goes, like you see, it's powder. And then it turns into this beautiful light cream. So there you go. Mature skin right there. Totally a good choice. Stop sharing. So there's my spiel. I'm stepping off my soapbox. If you have trouble, slide into my DMs. That's what I'm here for. But I've had a couple people asking questions, and I've had a couple people that have gotten theirs and they're like, it doesn't look like yours. So that's what I'm here for. Just wanted to touch all the bases. Make sure you're not applying too much. Make sure you have the right color, and make sure you're not using with like heavy like creams or oils. Those don't marry well. Okay. So, all right, I'm all done. I hope you have the best day. Talk to you later. Love you. Goodbye.